now listening to the greatest.
Hey, you know J Ray got girls here going way, 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 way.
Woo! I hope y'all did not get a little tear jerked on the last one. Took everything in me to not to, so thought I'd give y'all a little bonus. There's a little bonus episode. Hopefully I'm not going to be repeating myself too much. Let's get into it, though. Let's get into it. So, what were the biggest surprises that I've encountered during my college journey? The biggest one, I think, of recent that I could actually remember was the impact I've made on people. Not just the impact, but the idea that I can impact someone that impacted me or I didn't think I had the power to impact because of how intelligent or how already successful or how strong-minded that person is. Some of the people that said that I've inspired or I've impacted, it really truly means a lot to me because I like I said in an earlier episode, I think, in the beginning of the journey, I felt like a selfish person. But I guess in hindsight, I just feel like I'm selfish because I feel like I'm always not doing enough, which in a way helped me find my purpose. Another big surprise I've encountered during my college journey is how many people think I'm talented. Like I said earlier, like my confidence is not where it should be, but it's definitely progressed. Like I said, every single semester I've been here, I didn't think I was elevating or improving or getting better like I thought I should have. Yeah, a lot of people have really spoken to me and kind of told me that I limit myself mentally and I should look at it from a different view of, it may not look 100% $100,000 professional wise, but it's definitely better than what most have produced. And I got to give myself some credit there and be proud of that. How has Piedmont University shaped my perspective on life and career? Oh, man. Like I said, my perspective has changed as far as my purpose and how I can still pursue or live out my purpose through my work. As you all know, I came here in 2022 at the age of 22. I'm graduating as a 25-year-old. So a lot of and I go out and, people know me, I go all out for my projects. One, because I'm just a creative nut. I got that from my pops. And I learned to always think outside the box and kind of separate myself from the pack from my mother. So all of my projects are like that. Plus, on top of that, I have a little bit more of a mature mindset when it comes to my projects. Not to say that anybody else's isn't, serious enough or mature enough. It's just that a lot of the topics that I even just speak about on my podcast, let alone my radio show or the films I make with my documentaries, I want to touch on things that I think matter, that need to be out there. I'm not scared to ruffle a couple of feathers. I'm not scared of what society will think of me. I'm not scared of anything that doesn't account for change. I'm not scared of anything that won't help me make change in this world. And so that's how Piedmont University has shaped my perspective on life and my career. What's the best advice you received while in college? Let's go back to someone I met at V103. Oh my gosh, please don't. Her name is Sky. Okay, I know her name is Sky. She's the midday host. Yeah, she's definitely not morning. I think midday. 10 to 3. 10 to 3. For Star 94.1. Shouts out to Sky. And the best advice I've ever heard was from her. And she said, I guess you could technically, this is not advice, but in my opinion, it's advice. Everyone has their own journey. I can give you tips to do this. I can tell you how to do that. I can tell you how to get in this door. But it might not happen exactly how it happened for me or happen for this person. Everybody has their own journey. And that's the beauty of life. And don't take that for granted. Those last few parts was for me. But hers was, I took that as advice. Everybody has their own journey. Once you realize that, you take so much pressure off yourself to reach those heights, to succeed in those boxes, in these categories. And, what moments or accomplishments are you most proud of? Okay, if I had to go, I think, like I said earlier, I'm going to double dip a little bit here. The impacts I've made, whether it was, and I'm not even going to get into specifics, but the things I've done behind closed doors to really, take people from dark places or make people feel like they matter because they do. Those are my biggest accomplishments. None of the awards, none of the praises, just those moments right there. How did your experience at Piedmont differ from your expectations coming in? I definitely did not expect to advance in all these different areas like I did. I definitely chose this school because it was more hands-on, but I also did not expect for every single professor to be super awesome in this department. I mean, I said it a million times and I'll say it again, man. These professors care. Like when I gave my shout out to Professor Jackson, millions of times I went to her office trying to improve a piece, and I came out as an improved person. That speaks volumes to who these people are in this department. It's never about the grades as much as it is about improving in whatever you want to improve in. And I think that's one of the most important. That was an expectation I never thought that I say they exceeded. What are your hopes for your audience as they follow their own paths? I hope this shows that doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter your background or where you come from or your financial obstacles or whatever. You can do whatever you put your mind to. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of tears, a lot of blood, a lot of sweat. You're going to hear a lot of no's. You're going to have a lot of people that are going to say you can't do this. There are going to be a lot of mental battles for the most part that you're going to. There might be even days that you do lose those mental battles with yourself. But it's about getting up, getting back on that horse, and getting at it every single day. Despite of what you can't see, despite of what everybody says around you, despite of the slow progress you're making, chase whatever it is you want to do. I don't care how small or how big. I don't care if it's you just want to be bilingual. I don't care if you want to be more vulnerable to intimate and to romantic partners. I don't care what it is. Whether it's a job or whether it's just improving as a person, you can grow and you can be anything, whoever you want to be. And I hope you take that away, because my journey was not how I envisioned. I expected to be in the NBA right now, married with a couple of kids, on my way, working on my 4th championship. You can see that is the complete opposite of where I'm at right now, but I wouldn't trade it for the world because I believe my purpose and I'm meant for something different. So, what message do you want to leave for your listeners as you move on to the next chapter? I got a lot of plans, and hopefully I can enact on them. And one of my biggest plans is to change this world, one small step at a time, one single dollar at a time, one word at a time, to change the world we live in. To change that narrative that life sucks, earth sucks, and this real life world stuff sucks. That's you can expect me to try to change that narrative through this podcast, through radio, and through film. The reality of moving back home, coping with independence versus family dynamics. I've come to the realization that growing up as an only child, I'm used to kind of being alone, even though my dad was always there for me. And it's kind of sucks to say, but once you experience your first friendship or acquaintanceship or girlfriend or some partner outside of family, you realize, I mean, it's the I don't want to say the damage was already done, but growing up, I had just got so used to being alone. You know, those times when my dad couldn't be there with me, whether he was at work or, and mostly that was it, whether he was there. Because me and my dad was like attached to hip, but, you know, my dad can't sit there and play the game with me all day during the summer, you know, when I'm home for the summer from school. Neither winter break. Spend a lot of time alone, you know. Even my mom used to take me to the skating ring and to the zoo and to the parks and to the museums. Later on, I was lucky enough to come across people who I could call my lifelong. Well, I thought I can call my lifelong friends. It felt like lifelong friends. But anyway, went on a whole long stretch. I think I do. I mean, I don't see it as like society wants to make it seem like it's an embarrassing thing. Not really. But I do have hopes by 2026 to have my own place, whether it's an apartment or a house. Or a townhouse or something, just because I know I work better in those environments. I work better in those spaces when I'm alone. I come up with the best ideas, and I grow better. Like, that's how it's been at Piedmont. You know, having a dorm, having a suite mate, but having my own room, have my own space, my own, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, man. It's kind of like a free mind. Like, there's nobody in your ear. Every decision is crucial because you have to make it. There are no, like, I can easily call my dad or call my aunt or my uncle or one of my friends back home, but it's different when you're making those tough decisions by yourself in an independent space. And I think that's where I work best. So I think that's my goal going into 2026. One of my goals is to, when I go back home, is to work to not live with my parents anymore. Not that I have a problem with it as much, but I've always felt like a free spirit too growing up. Like, I don't feel like Atlanta is a concrete home for me. I've never felt like I don't want to say old Atlanta, but I've never felt like Atlanta was just this, like, I super love it here. Like, I would never move anywhere else. I'm going to stay. No, I just never felt that. I just never felt. It's going to be bad to say. I never felt like Atlanta raised me. I've always felt like my folks raised me, and the people around me have definitely raised me, but not Atlanta in general. The pre-graduation emotional roller coaster, from excitement to fear of the unknown. I think, a couple, like, even especially last year, I think that was really one of the biggest things where I put pressure on myself because it was like the excitement of, okay, I have the skills, I've made the networks. Now it's like, where does this take me? Because I have this specific idea I see, but it could turn at any point. And will it turn into, or turn similar into what I thought it would be, or how I envisioned? And that is scary. But now, like I said, these last 10 days have really changed me. I know now, no matter what I do, I'm always going to still incorporate my purpose, and that's to change the world. And that I will exceed at it. I would definitely exceed at it. No matter how many times I have a couple of hiccups, I will exceed at it eventually. Leaving a legacy. What will you be remembered for at Piedmont University? I don't know, man. I think that's more for others to answer than me. But I think from those who have expressed to me how I've changed them or impacted them, I think I'll be remembered most for showing love. That's it, just showing love and loves and laughs. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of right now. And last but not least, imposter syndrome strikes again, feeling unprepared for the real world. And this is one I had to like really fight since I've been here. I've always looked too far ahead. And I've never like embraced the moment, embraced the slow progress, and seen it go from here to here. But looking at it as that I'm here and I'm not here. And I've learned that you're going to be unprepared no matter where you're at in life or what you do in life. You're always going to be unprepared, right? In a sense. But if you stay 10 toes down on it, and if you keep working at it and you stay consistent and you stay focused, then technically you can never really be prepared. Or when that next step, comes, or that next, what do they call them? It's not a raise. When you get that next promotion or anything in life where, things kind of switch up quick, switch up in a way you never thought it would. You'll always be prepared because you can take what you learned from that past experience, even though it may not be, mirror-like the same, but you can still take a lot away from it and take some of those skills or take some of those lessons and apply it to whatever your next journey is. So you can never really fully be prepared. But I think you always have to keep a certain mind of, I'm still going to do my best. I'm still going to try my best. And I've been in a position where I had to work hard and relearn something or learn something new. And I got through that pretty quick, didn't I? That's it, man. That was your bonus episode, man. I want to thank you guys for on YouTube for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Those of you on the audio platforms, thank you for listening. Make sure you drop some stars. Hey, man, Instagram, real.t.radio for teases and all that good stuff. TikTok, Real Talk Radio with 2 O's. Gmail, hit me up in the Gmail, realtalkradio626 at gmail.com, man. Come on, I need some emails, y'all. I need some email episodes. Come on, help me out. I feel like that's it. And I do gotta leave y'all the inspiration, motivation, or a question. And I'm gonna leave y'all like a mixture. What is it that you want to be remembered for when you die? Or what is something that when you get close to death that you know you're going to regret that you can change now?